Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Of course, thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes. Maria, thank you. Donations, I appreciate you all. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us this morning. After what I'm seeing in my head is like after battle, like they had the battle, and now one side has retreated, and all you see the soldiers walking around slowly, looking dirty, looking tired. Some of them hurt, and they're checking on the others that are laying there to see who's still breathing and who's no longer with us. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you single-handedly manhandled a warlock and destroyed an entire coven. And they don't know what to do. They retreated. They're somewhere licking their wounds. Bottom of the deck. Here was that battle. Here was that battle that you had to fight, and you won. This is you, like you moving forward. You're sitting on that throne. You're moving forward. And that other side, they are definitely in retreat. They're trying to see who's with us and who's no longer here. Because you did what they do in other countries. You kicked ass and you took name. Somebody thought that they was going to go in, they was going to win, they was going to do this. It's like they were envisioning you being the one that was like hurt, but it's them. They were going in. It's like they were so sure of themselves, but today they're not. This is somebody, or this group they've been together for a long time. They've been doing things to you for a long time, for as far back as you can remember. And now it's over. The fat lady has sang. This was somebody who, they had others working with them. And this is like one of the people in the coven that was mainly there just to destroy all of your relationships. So you never had that partner. Even that person is gone. Even that person is no longer able to do anything. People are hurt. Everybody in that coven has a battle scar. Everybody in that coven gets to swap stories about, well, I got this and I got that and I got, everybody. What's the message, Spirit? It's like I can hear the rooster, and then the rooster has come home to roost. What's the message? Thank you. Yep. See, somebody didn't think that you knew what they were up to, what the ultimate plan was, what that goal was in mind for you. They were going to secretly sneak in, overtake you, and do you down. But that plan didn't work. They had to choose. They're going to have to choose another plan. First, they're going to have to heal. And this warlock is upset. Oh, they're mad. Because they didn't know that you was going to be able to protect yourself. They did not know. And you know what else? The switch, the one that was specifically there to make sure you did not receive your heart's content. This switch did not know that you had your own powers, that you were your own, that you were a high priestess, and that you had already knew what that plan was. See, this witch didn't know that you outranked her by levels, lots of levels. And now here they are. They had to lay their weapons down. They had to concede. They had to get on one knee and surrender from trying to take your gifts, from trying to take what's yours. You won and you left. There was nothing else left to do. There's no one else or nothing else within that situation that you needed to even be worried about. It's over. You can let it go. You can lose that memory if you want. But they won't. They're always going to remember how you won. No matter what they did, no matter the lies, the secrets, the hidden alibis, no matter how many people they ganged up on you to overtake you, they're never going to forget this day that you won. Now this head warlock, they placed themselves in a position. They placed themselves in a position that they could not get out of, because this was the person who was in charge. This was the person that they thought that, oh, it's never going to happen. They'll never know. Well, everything is, somebody knows. Somebody heard something, saw something, but something about these strikes against you, they were returned and they went to the rightful owner. Now this group with this warlock, it's like this warlock is trying to disappear. This warlock is trying to leave. They don't want this group to see them. They don't want to have to answer. They don't want to have to say anything. Sasha, do you want to go outside? Let me put my baby outside so we can have a good day today for sure. Hold up. Come on, let's go. Let's get my picture. Don't do nothing crazy outside. You can sit out there, okay? I want you to go outside. You hear me? Come on. You sit in your bed. Stay in your bed. Sorry about that. Now I got to talk her into going outside. We didn't have an issue yesterday where she wanted to dig a hole, and I had to dig a hole in that behind to let her know that it's not acceptable. But yeah, it's like this magician, this head warlock, once they ghosted the coven, ghosted them. They was like, because it's that coven that's bloodied and bruised and looking confused. Hey, Saida. And you know what? But this head warlock isn't finished yet. They're not ready to give up. They feel like they could still do something. It's like that last ditch effort. And they're looking at what you got. They want to take your inheritance, your money. They want to take your possessions. They want to take everything from you. Because this was all they was interested in, was your material wealth. Because they could see that you were bound to be, you're destined to be material well off. You're bound to be, you're destined to be very well known. You are destined to do great things because of your path. You had a very heavy hitter on your side that they couldn't see. Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael was there fighting right along with you. And you know what is funny? Is they thought that you were foolish. They thought that you had no clue of what they were trying to do. They didn't think that you knew they was working against you. They said there is no way, because they thought they was so smooth, so slick, like they was evenly splitting a nickel down the middle. But they had to find out the hard way. There is no 2.5 cents. And that group that worked against you, everybody got it. Everybody got it. That's why they're licking their wounds. They're not sure if they can come back. How they're gonna come back. This is somebody that was in, this is, you was this is your family. This was your family. And you've been dealing with this for your entire life, ever since you was a child. This is how you grew up. This is how you knew what was actually going on. And it's like you was taking it in stride. You was taking it in stride. It's almost like you was trying to bide your time. It's almost like you were saying things, but see, it's like you were speaking the truth. You were speaking the truth, but it's like your family didn't want you to get credit for speaking the truth. They didn't want anyone to know that you were speaking the truth. And so what they did was they started saying, all of these untruths about you. Started saying, well, yeah, that person is a liar. That person is crazy. Don't listen to her. Don't listen to him. You're going to get yourself off track. You listen to him. 4114 in the chat. Yeah, it's like somebody is now mirroring, or they're reflecting. People are seeing that at the person that said you was crazy is the crazy one. Someone is left now. Somebody in this same family is left to carry all of these burdens by themselves. This is somebody that you cared for. This is somebody that, they had to come to a realization of who they was working with, and actually what they were doing and what they were working towards. What's the message? King of Pentacles. Could have been a father. Father figure. Somebody who would go around lying on you, trying to cause conflict with you, trying to gang up the troops against you. It was that person, the head warlock. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, it's like people are looking at this person, giving them the bombastic side eye. Like, what? Because something about this person is changed. And the crowd knows it. The community knows something about this person has changed. Yeah, because this person, they're trying to make it seem like they're happy, like they're carefree, but people can see this person is concerned. I feel like this person has lost a lot of weight. They look physically different, visibly and physically different, because they haven't slept. Their secrets are coming out. Their secrets, the lies, that's all coming out. Everything that they said against you, it's coming out. They didn't know that you was this strong. They didn't know that you had this much power. I'm telling you, somebody was, but now it's like you're about to receive something that you deserve. Yes, it's like now, because you won that war, you get to put it all behind you. Now something is coming into you, something that you've been wanting. This is a wish fulfillment for you. This is your other half that's coming. This is the love that they could not ever break up. This is a position that you will be placed in that they didn't want you to ever be in. Not only is it, you know your worth, not only are you financially stable, but then there's going to be someone else giving to you, giving equally to you. No more crumbs. No more half of a half of a half of a half of a half. You're getting the whole enchilada now. See, this person, this coven, they thought that they could keep you single forever, that they could just make it so that nobody ever wanted to approach you. You just stayed single, and that people would hold back their love from you. But what they didn't see about you, what they didn't notice about you, was that you're an earth angel. And the wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. This is fate. This is karma. You're receiving good karma. Somebody didn't know you was this strong. They didn't know you had talents. You know, they like, oh yeah, well, we know that they could draw, or they're good at sewing, or they could cook, or, you know, they're really good at fixing cars or whatever, but they didn't know about your hidden gifts, your hidden talents. Now somebody wants to come and they want to make an offer. They want to make an offer because they want to be a part of your spoils. And this is somebody who's been watching you. This is somebody who's been not spying on you, but they have been watching you from fake accounts. They've been taking screenshots. This is somebody who had to surrender a while back because this person was just getting beat up. I don't feel like this is somebody that was an active member in that coven. I feel like this person left that coven alone. But that coven said, okay, well, we're still going after this person. Yeah, I'm telling you, this witch did not know that you brought the funk and the fire. This witch didn't know that it was going to be to her detriment. Because, see, Spirit had already guided you away from this situation and had already sent your ancestors and archangels down to take care of the rest. All you had to do was put your weapon down because Spirit, your ancestors, were going to take over from here. And you won. You won. You remain. You get used like your divinity, your position. You know, your title, your role. This was gifted to you. This was I'm seeing I here bequeath you. You know, I bequeath you the empress of the land, something like that. That's what I'm seeing. Hey, chosen 72 times 1. No, she hasn't dug any more holes. She's afraid to. She's almost afraid to go outside. She don't want to go outside without me. She want me to be like, see, mommy, I'm doing good. What is it, baby? Hey, Crystal Empress. Thank you so very much. I welcome you to the Sweet Spot Soul Tribe. Yes. And you know what, Crystal Empress, if you want a free reading, let me know. She is fine. Trust me, my dog is spoiled. She got everything. Her own car seat, her own bed. She gets toys. She's on an order where she has a subscription that comes in with toys and fake bones, and she is good. Yeah. Something about this group, you know, they somebody had to do some. I feel like people are starting to see who this person was in your life, this snake. What is it, Sasha? People are starting to see this snake. And you even notice this snake too. You know, it's like things that weren't visibly seen before or easily seen before. It's almost like people can look and see this now. Somebody knows something is coming in, but they're afraid. They're afraid of what's coming in. This is that witch. Yeah. Okay, so somebody, they want you to, it's like this witch wants you to forgive them. They're asking for mercy. They're asking for forgiveness. But I feel like you've turned your back on this person. You're like, I'm good. No, see, this person has done too much. That's why this witch is waiting for something, because she knows karma is coming into her. And right now, what she's trying to do is see what she can do to minimize it. That's why she's like, oh my God, please forgive me. Like, I didn't know. I didn't know. Every time I cast a spell, every time I spoke a lie, every time I tried to gain people against you, I didn't know what I was doing. But she knew. You're not even accepting the fact that, somebody wants to sit there and say, I was a fool. I didn't know what I was doing. I've laid I'm taking a new direction. I've laid my weapons down, but you're not even buying that, because it's coming from this King of Wands. You know that these two were working against you. You've had to, you know that you had to fight their lies. You had to fight for yourself to because people were just believing their lies, and you had to fight, to speak your piece. You had to say, no, that's not it. That's not it. But finally, whatever the work that you were doing, whatever this work is, you were able to complete this cycle. And if this is you, reading tarot, if this is you, perfecting your craft, or looking at things, studying things closely, you completed this cycle. You closed the chapter, and it sent everything back to them. The financial instability, the being cut out, the people, somebody lying on you, it sent things right back to them. And this King of Cups, this person finally had the nerve, finally built up the nerve to walk away from this coven, this group, because this King of Cups realized that they broke their own heart. And, they thought they were going forward with a loving group, only to find out that that group didn't love them. That group was taking all their money. Hey, baby. Let me let her. You want to go outside now? Okay, let me let her out. Go on. Let's go. Let's go. Stay outside and play, baby. Don't dig no holes. Stay outside and play. Thank y'all again. Yep. See, somebody realized, and this could have been a Pisces, because we saw the King of Cups and the Hangman. That Pisces realized that group was not helping them. They were stealing from them. They were the ones who was making them lose all their money. Confirmation. And that's why someone decided that, what, they needed to move towards you. They needed to leave this place. Hey, Jay, Mike, how are you? And lead towards you. Yeah, I feel like this is, you were somebody, maybe, you were somebody's wife, you were somebody's mother, but somebody, it's almost like they're looking at you, and they look how worth how you can create. It's like you can create, you have the fire, you have the energy, you have that passion, and you were the one who was like the one who was there with them whenever they were growing up. This is they thinking of you. And then they started thinking about this, what this warlock had said about you. And they knew it wasn't the truth because you were the truth speaker. But I almost feel like it was, whether it's peer pressure, whether it was somebody who was just a follower or whatever it was. Hey, Miss Pretty Girl Swag. What's the message? Mm. Yeah, this hangman. Something about the chariot came in reverse. Same with the Three of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot came in reverse. See, because this King of Cups, while they were in this stuck position, while they were in this hangman position, happened to actually be able to see that this group was not going anywhere. They were not going to be able to go anywhere. They were not going to be able to overpower you because they saw that you spoke the truth. It's then this person started thinking, as far back as they can remember, that's who you were. It's like even when they was a young lad, you didn't have any problem telling somebody the truth about what it was. It's like this person, they looked up to you because they saw that you always made things better. You were always there for them, protecting them, on their side, talking to them, helping them to, figure things out, even if it was just giving some advice or just speaking generally. It's like the words that you would say would magically put this person in the right frame of mind that they knew what they had to do. And that's why this person realizes that, what, it's like they have to do what's right. Somebody feels like they have to do the right thing. Hey, Carla, how are you? They have to do the right thing. They had to turn their back. They had to turn their back on this witch. They feel like they didn't have any other choice but to turn their back on that witch and then to go towards you. Their intuition was telling them they need to move towards you. If they want to be happy, if they want to have that wish fulfillment, if they want to be their life in balance, that's the move that they have to make. They can't just be out there acting all willy-nilly. Somebody had to grow up, mature, and realize there are true consequences to each and every action. And just because somebody says, hey, young blood, I've done it before, don't you worry about it, you do it. That person cannot do it. They need to stop and think about what they're doing because their life is not the same life as the fool who told them to do it. Their purpose is not the same purpose. Their goals aren't the same goals. And their karma will not be the same karma. Someone had to wake up. They had to realize that, yes, there is a God. Yes, there truly is a God. And what they need to do is they need to apologize to somebody who was always there for them and who was extremely strong in spirit, in love, and in resources, in prosperity, in abundance. Now this person is trying to figure out, if you would rebuild with them. Are you willing to invest with them again, especially after you walked away? You walked away because your heart was broken because they was on some bullshit. In this group that they worked with, this is what got them caught up. This is what got them caught up. This is why this is why they had to surrender. Because a judgment call was made. They were being judged. That's why they had to surrender. They knew they needed to heal. They knew they needed to leave this coven. This coven was mad because they were leaving. That's why the coven was mad. That's why the coven was the last ditch effort. Yeah. Because they couldn't control somebody anymore. They was like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Trying to feel like what we gonna do? It was that last ditch effort to try and bring you down, but it did not work. It was never gonna work. This is why I'm telling you, somebody left. And they knew they were doing the right thing when they left. They knew that was the right thing to do. Anything else from this stack? Somebody doesn't have any power anymore. This magician is powerless. Because this could be a Gemini. You whooped that ass. You took that name. And now that warlock is waking up this morning, just ain't feeling the same. Everything that warlock had put on you has been returned to them. They're the ones who have to carry these burdens. Now this warlock, the head of this person, they find themselves alone. They find themselves without that crowd, and they find themselves receiving that karma in return. So they get to experience all that heartache that they threw out to you, all those tricks, all those funny little games, everything that they thought that they was going to hit you with, they're getting back in return. And that crowd that they were working with, that crowd hates this person because they feel like that the crowd feels like this person did them wrong. Yeah. Now this person feels like a fool, and they know they cannot overpower you. They cannot overpower you. Especially if you took them down. Because it's like once you tell the truth, once you speak your piece, once you put it out there of what this coven is trying to do, it's out there. It doesn't have any power over you any longer. Because you know the truth. You know what to do. It only has power over you if you decide to stick your head back in the sand. Ooh, that's Queen of Wands. What is she talking about? Oh, so I'm telling you, this Queen of Wands now wants they want to work with you now. Now they want to come towards you because they know they fucked up so bad. They fucked up so bad that they're out and they are out. They know they are out in the cold. They are regretting the day they came against you. They know that Queen of Wands knows she cannot get anywhere near you. You don't trust her. You're protecting yourself against her. You went through enough, and now this Queen of Wands is experiencing everything that you went through. See, they didn't think that everything that they put out was what they was going to ultimately have to deal with. That was going to be the names that they were called. The people were going to say, no, those were their actions. They forgot about those other fingers that was pointing at them while they was pointing at you. Yep. I feel like Spirit is put it out there to everybody, about the lies, about the manipulation, about the abuse, about the confusion, about everything. Spirit has put it out there. And these people, they can't deny this. They can't deny it, because they're even looking at the They're thinking about from the time before, the past, everything from the past, because the past is coming back up. People are thinking about, well, wait a minute, because this isn't making sense. Because you said that it was so and so. You said that you were this and the other person was that. They're thinking about the past, and this person, somebody's thinking about things that were told to them, things that were promised to them. This could have been, they were promised riches. They were promised, to be able to, your inheritance. They were promised this, but that wheel of fortune is not going in their favor. Things have stopped. Things are turning back around. I'm telling you, they lied. They lied to somebody, and somebody is finally figuring out that this group lied. This is why this person has walked away from this group. I'm telling you, that magician, people have ostracized that magician, and they don't want nothing to do with this lying asshole. They're like, I'm good. Keep it over there. That gift, that what they was going to take from you, that pinnacle, that great idea, that oh, I'm taking this inheritance. No, people are seeing that somebody was trying to, this is the warlock that was trying to take it from you. They thought they was going to be so slick. This person in this hangman position, they were stubborn at first. You know how when you trying to talk to somebody and they want to do this, like they want to be so closed off. Yeah, I'm listening. No, I ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, no, I'm not involved. That type of asshole, that type of ass wipe. Hey, touche. That's the type that this hangman was. An asshole. That's who they was, an asshole. And that's why you spoke your piece and you let this asshole just do whatever assholes do, because you ain't got time to play. That's when this person had to figure it out for themselves. Oh, wait, because you know what? Shit was happening. They was like looking at you on the internet. They was trying to figure shit out. They realized they didn't take that cup when it was offered, and they took this shit, and now they're looking at you on the internet, and they seeing how somebody's holding back from them. Somebody's trying to take theirs. Somebody's trying to keep their shit. That's when this King of Cups said they need to get a little bit stronger. They needed to let them nuts drop. They needed to learn how to stand up to a motherfucker, especially if it's a lying motherfucker. That's when somebody realized how to send back these attacks, because somebody had to realize they was being attacked just like you was being attacked. That's why that relationship didn't work out, because of these attacks. They recognize this. They remember from when they were young. They have been watching this, but they have been trying to justify it. Like it's okay. It's all right because it's this person that's doing it. It's this father, this grandfather, this father figure, whoever, the head of whatever that was doing it. No, that's not all right. We don't watch someone being abused and turn a blind eye. Confirmation. We speak up. We tell people, do you want us to call the fucking police and report your ass? Or we just do it. They know that you was always telling the truth. There was nothing wrong with your love. There was nothing wrong with your integrity. There was nothing wrong with you being a responsible person. There was nothing wrong with you. It's just that coven didn't want anyone to be around you, because it was that coven that had the issue with themselves. They should have worked on something that they had to work on, but they wasn't willing to stop all this bullshit. They didn't want to look at themselves and say, well, you know what? Why are the five of us trying to gang up on this one person when this one person clearly is not doing anything. Nobody thought about that. All of these smart people in this coven, they never thought about, nobody ever thought, why are we all trying to take this one person down? And why are we having such a hard time taking this one person down? Nobody thought about that shit. They didn't put two and two together. They just said, well, I guess it is what it is. I don't know what the fuck they said, but whatever it was stupid. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Ooh, y'all, I'm so hungry. I know, stomach, I know. I think I'm going to make me some cream of wheat. No, some shrimp and grits for breakfast. Something about from the past. This is somebody, I'm telling you, this is somebody that Spirit has been watching this person for a while. Spirit's been watching this person for a while and has been watching this person feel like they can hold things back. They can take things. They can like short change somebody. Like it's no problem. You know, Spirit's been watching that person for a while. Ever since, you could have been a child. And who they've been working with. I kind of feel like they've been working with, others that could have been siblings or whatever. And it's like this group has been watching you and they know that your ship is coming in because they can see that ship. They can see it so close. They know that you've been working on something. And this is something that you have put a lot of time and effort into. This is going to work. This is a good investment because it's not going fast. You're taking your time and they're watching it grow. They are watching it grow. And this is why they wanted to try and keep you out of this relationship, because they felt like if you had the support of this person in this relationship, that your money would grow. This is why they were trying to keep you off balance. See, this person, this King of Pentacles, felt like they had this younger person under their thumb. They could tell them, they could give them a promise of a gift, of a big gift. I'm going to give you all this money. I'm going to give you this big present, and you just come with me. And like this person was like, okay, I'm just going to do it. Like just follow them blindly. But they didn't know that, it's almost like really not understanding who you're coming up against. Not understanding that you're not going to be able to win any type of battle over this earth angel. You're not going to win, no matter how big the weapon that you have. Somebody didn't realize that. And then on top of that, they didn't realize that you get what was promised to you as long as you carried out what you needed to do. God made a promise directly to you. Yep, it was like this group, they were making a plan and they set it in motion, but they didn't realize what was coming back to them. Everything that they put out. And that's why I'm telling you, they walked away from this group. When they walked away from this group, that's when this group started getting theirs. I hear this girl at the door. What's the message? I'm going to put one more. Just a second, Sasha. My day is spent opening and closing and opening and closing. She want to go out. She want to come in. She want to go out the front. She want to go for a walk. She want to do this. Yeah, y'all acting like she is just battered and bruised. Hell no, this girl is spoiled. Spoiled, spoiled, spoiled. What's the message, Spirit? Just a minute, girl. Yep, this cycle is over. This cycle is done. This cycle is closed. Over. And now this person, somebody sees that it was time for them to communicate. It's time for them to speak their piece, and it's time for them to separate themselves. Yes, she is my baby, Saida. Okay, Sasha. Now she's crying at the door. All right, y'all, I'm going to leave it right here. I got to go to work in 5 minutes anyway. I will see y'all this evening when I get off. I love y'all. Thank you so very much, and I'll see you this evening. Here I come, little girl.